make mistakes because we're lately in a world of trends where things come in and out so quickly. It's my job to then guide you and make sure that you're not making a mistake picking a tile that within a year you're going to hate. When you go a little simpler with certain elements of your house, then you can always add in those trendy things that maybe you won't feel so bad discarding in a year or two.
Right.
Would you want to rip out your entire backsplash of your kitchen because in a year from now?
No.
Right. And there are people out there who want to take risk and they don't care. If they put their foot down, they're like, no, we love it. We're going to love it forever. I let that go.
That's you. Yeah, you're living here, not me.
Yeah, exactly. Here's my card for later.
Yeah.
Remember this.
Call me back.
Yeah, call me back.
Welcome back to Breaking Barriers. If you are somebody who likes a sexy home or just nice decor or amazing hats or just a good vibe in general, Elke Ridge is in the damn building.
Yes.
How we doing?
We're great.
First off, thank you so much for being here.
No, thanks for having
You
me.
are the owner of Whimsicality Shop in Spring Lake.
Yes.
How long have you been in the game for doing interior design and everything?
So I've owned my store over 26 years, but I worked for somebody else before that for 4.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so 26 years in the game.
Yeah.
So what first made you say, like, hey, I love interior design and decor and all that stuff? Like, what made you...
You know, it's so funny you asked that because I kind of fell into it. It was not on my radar. I went to college for mass media, public relations. I thought I was going to be the next, like, Diane Sawyer and be a news broadcaster.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that.
I did an internship at Fox TV.
Yep.
And
Wait a second. Is that why you go so viral on social?
could
You
be.
better than Diane Sawyer.
Right?
Better Diane Sawyer.
Wow. Because think about that. If you went to school for that, now you're like obviously
Yeah.
doing that too now.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It is. It's crazy how it's all morphed into one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stumbled on it. I needed a job. That's the end thing here is I needed a job out of college.
Right.
I found this beautiful store and they needed a store manager for their new location in Red Bank.
Nice.
And
Did you go to Monmouth?
I went down to NC State.
Okay.
Go Wolfpack.
Okay,
I went to
go.
ECU.
Oh, see?
Yeah, I didn't know that you were you're a
I'm
Carolina girl.
Carolina, Raleigh.
Ugh.
So,
Carolina's in the buildings over
Listen.
there.
Yeah, over here on this side.
Yeah, Raleigh. Raleig's a fun town. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. So that's how it all happened, and then I just loved it. I really did. I fell in love with it, and it became a passion.
You know what's so crazy? So, I have undiagnosed probably 10 million things. But one of them is probably ADHD and ADD, whatever the hell those things are. And I grew up, my mom trained me to be a professional athlete tidier. Like I'm like George Foreman. No,
wow.
George, who's the other guy? Not George Foreman.
George Foreman.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. It was like, are you grilling?
Yeah, right? I didn't know
bald.
George Foreman was...
He's bald too. I just fucked it up. So anyway.
George boxed.
George did box, yeah. But Mr. Clean might hit him. I don't know.
That's where the athlete was coming in.
Exactly. So anyway, so you got Mr. Clean here. So my mom always growing up early was like, we always would clean the house, and she was always just super, super crazy with tidying the house.
Yeah.
So growing up, I was always like that. And then I grew up in a small house. So it was like a ranch, 3 bedrooms with 5 kids.
Yeah.
My parents and then my grandma lived with us.
Wow.
So packed, right?
Packed.
So I never, my room, I just kind of inherited the basement as a room. And so it wasn't my room because everyone just was always in it. Like my room was always messy because the laundry room was right there. So I never had a room, right? So anyway, I bring this up because when I think about what you do, right? Like I've realized later in my life that when my room, right, or my house is set up the way I liked it to be set up and my environment is the way I want it to be, I feel so much better. I feel I feel more at peace.
100%.
As weird as that sounds.
No.
Like my wife
Not
would
weird
be
at all.
my wife would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That's the weirdest thing in the world, right?
Nope.
For
No.
me, it's like when I first moved out, I literally was nuts. My wife would probably hate me for bringing this up, but because I was like, I made a pact to myself. I go, when I move out of my parents' house, because I didn't go to college.
Right.
So they went right from my parents' house.
Yeah.
And then moved in with my wife.
Amazing.
First roommate, last roommate.
Wow.
So outside of my kids.
We're going to have her on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, she has been. I don't know if she wants to come back. But I said to myself, I'll be crazy. I want to tidy it. I want to set it up the way I want to set it up. And so when we first moved out, she used to be so annoyed because I would vacuum and tidy the house up every single night after work, like literally insane.
OCD.
Because I finally had my own space with nobody that's gonna mess it up. And anyway, I bring all this up because it's cool because what you do, I think, for people, I think there's two ways to look at it. Like, I've been into people's, like, New York apartments that are really dope, right?
Yeah.
And, like, somebody came in and they designed it.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, it's almost like artwork. I'm like, damn, this place is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like, you live here?
Yeah.
Right? And then I've also, like, have other people think that, like, well, they don't really even recognize that stuff. So I bring it up all to say it's really cool because I think, like, what you do for the people who come to you, clearly they get that. They probably have in what I'm saying in me, in them.
Yes.
And it just makes, like, literally, if I have a setup room, nice house, whatever, like, I literally feel at peace.
Makes you happy and brings you
Literally.
joy. And it's a calmness, really. You know, when you go home at night after a hard day of work, you want to be surrounded by soft, beautiful things, great lighting, and things that make you feel good. And if you pick a good designer, I mean, you'll get all of that and then some.
Right.
So,
It's because they can read you and understand, like,
Yeah.
who you are, what you're trying to
Well, and if a
to put
designer's
into the
good at their
space.
job, they should be interviewing that person and finding out what you like, what you don't like, the colors, the things that you want to see in your house, and maybe even your backstory so they can bring some elements of that in.
Things that you might not have even thought of wanting in your
Right.
living room or kitchen. They're like, they put it there and then you're like, wow, that's that wow factor.
Yeah.
After this podcast, can you run with me next door to my office?
Sure.
I need
Oh
you
my
to-
God, I
need
will
you to
rock your office.
I need you to
It'll be
scan-
amazing.
I know, I'm so lost, and I'll
Oh,
tell you
yeah.
why after. But anyway, so
I'll tell
all right.
you why
So
after.
yeah, so I don't want to.
There's no walls.
There's
It's windows.
only it's
Okay.
only glass
Ooh,
like this
but that's great.
everywhere. But so like, but I have a ton of old pictures or pictures
Oh,
that
you
like
wanted-
I had like
okay.
that typical like
Yep.
black and white frame, like
Yeah.
grayscale pictures,
Yeah.
like symmetrical. I'm a symmetrical.
Yeah.
like,
Oh, you are.
I'm so symmetrical.
I mean, that's good and bad. It's you can't have too much symmetry.
I know.
It's good to have a little.
For me, like I need to be 100%.
Oh.
Then over the years, because my wife is like the ass opposite of
Yes.
symmetrical. She's like, if
She
this
likes
is
things in odd numbers.
no, like for in my room, and
That's
I have to,
how I am.
I have to live with this. I wake up and in my room, she staggered the pictures of all of her kids on our wall. So it's
okay.
like boom, 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 boom,
Like,
boom,
it's-
boom,
well,
boom,
and-
boom.
Like a collage.
Yeah, and it's
yeah.
not no rhyme or reason, which
Nope.
is kind of
And I'm-
nice. You
yeah.
would have had it straight across in a line.
Not in a line, but I would have
Like
had it like
three,
like
three
yes,
kind of thing.
yes, like
Okay.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But you know, I've gotten used to it. Anyway, I want to check it out, and we'll actually.
gotten used to
Hannah,
it.
we're gonna do. Honestly, you should roast my office after
Okay.
this.
Oh,
And just, like,
fabulous.
I would love
crush
that.
me. Yeah,
Oh,
just crush me.
all right.
And then I want advice, and I think honestly,
Yeah.
like I need help.
Okay.
So I'm
Easily.
boom,
Done.
quick sale,
You just got a client.
quick sale. So what in your experience though, because you're working with people's like spaces,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, what has been like the oddest request that you've ever gotten from somebody?
Oh gosh. Have I had any really off the wall requests? I mean, I probably not off the wall requests, just like some difficult clients to work with, and maybe off the wall requests like as far as color combinations or things
Okay.
that they like. And two, we call that red flags in the industry. And
Right.
you know, a lot of designers, when you get too many red flags, you start to back away from a job. So yeah, it's one of those. Like when I interview somebody for a design job,
Right.
I'm looking for those red flags.
Right.
I'm looking to see, okay, have they said to me, I hired a designer, I've hired 3 other designers, none of them worked. That's a major red
That's
flag for
instant.
me.
Yeah.
You know, or I hired somebody and we returned everything, and right away I'll be like, oh wait, what?
Why?
So right,
Yeah.
like red flag. So
Nope.
yeah.
They just waving that flag.
Right. Yeah. And the other interesting thing about
You like that? You like that visualization? Someone just waving the red flag.
yeah.
We want your help,
Right.
but we don't need your help.
Exactly. The other red flag too is what people don't realize about designers is that a lot of time you're part designer and you're part psychologist and
Therapist.
psychiatrist and therapist. And a lot of times with married couples, we have to take what the wife likes, what the husband likes, and marry it together. It's not often. I've done a few jobs where it's been effortless and the husband is like, whatever my wife wants, I love everything she picks.
Just make it
That's
happen.
great. It's when the husband maybe has too much to say about the space or will not relinquish control over a space. Uh-oh. Wah, wah.
Right,
That's
so,
you.
like,
That's you.
is that the bruh?
Bruh, what are you doing?
That's
No,
the perfect.
I've honestly gotten better, but I think one of the things though, the balance between like dudes who do care, right, and dudes who don't,
Yes.
is typically the difference between like I have a friend who is getting some stuff done, you know, and lives in North Carolina,
Yeah.
and like in the fourth quarter he started to care because like
Right.
he's seeing it now.
Yes.
And I feel like
Yes.
sometimes that probably happens.
Yeah.
Whereas like with me on the onset, the only thing I care about now, because again, my wife is just like domesticated the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So-
well, that's
so,
what
like,
happens.
I got a collar on right now.
yeah.
So like literally,
It's okay.
yeah. So like at the
Is
end
it
of the
a
day,
Zap collar?
It
yeah,
is.
yeah,
It is.
It's a sparkly one. But at the end of the day, it's
She can
like
zap him.
I know she's always right technically.
Oh, of course we are.
So no, 100, and I 1000% believe that, right?
Okay, good.
Like that's not a joke. Like my wife is
Perfect.
always right about everything because I'm more aesthetic and I
Okay.
don't care about function.
Oh, interesting.
So that's me. Like I
Oh.
like perfect example.
So you would buy like a beautiful couch that was really uncomfortable?
I used to be that person.
You can get both, you know?
Yes.
That's how my wife is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That-
you can
You
get both.
and Megan get along in that regard
I
very well.
used to be that person where I wanted this like I wanted you to walk in, and my wife, the way she explained it was like you like it's uncomfortable, like it's like
you don't want to
too
sit down.
clean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
but I
Like,
used to
do
like
I eat
that.
on this counter?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like, I'm more open to. But in the beginning of the design plan stuff, like, I'll be like, hey, like, let's talk about this or that, because I just want a little. Because she doesn't care about. She likes aesthetic. Cares way more about function.
Sure.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
But I really like aesthetic. Like, and again, a good example is like, I'll go to a restaurant
Yeah.
that has like the best vibe and shit food.
Yes. Yeah.
I
And
just,
then
like,
you're like, what?
I'm like,
the
whatever.
hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife will be like, complaining about the food, and I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Because it
Look at
looks so
vibes are
beautiful
high.
in
Look
here.
at that tree.
Look at that tree.
You see my
middle of this
glass? It came
restaurant.
out of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, so you were saying.
So I think what you don't realize, you can have both.
Yes. Well, that's what I'm starting to understand now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand that probably 2 years ago.
You can.
When we moved into Wall, we had those couches that didn't want to working out,
Yeah.
and we found this one couch set because she wanted recliners. I was like,
Oh,
we're not 90.
wow.
I was like,
We're
don't
not
do this to
90.
us. I was like, don't do this to us.
Yeah.
But she was about it, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do this. And then we found this beautiful set.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm saying beautiful. It's like 70% beautiful.
Okay. Okay.
So it means
Recliners
that
are
thing.
tough. I will say,
70%
as a
beautiful.
designer,
Yeah.
recliners
that.
are tough. Recliners are tough. And just now are a lot of manufacturers realizing, okay, we have to come out with something that is a recliner, but still make it look pretty and aesthetically pleasing and not like the Barca loungers of the 70s. Or 80s. Like, and I think that we're starting to see that.
Yeah.
So maybe, you know, it'll happen. You'll get like a really beautiful one at some point. But if it's 70%,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
And the ones that we have right now downstairs, so we have like a finished basement downstairs, and luckily the ones that I selected that were from our other house, which were really nice looking, really uncomfortable. they live downstairs.
But doesn't that defeat the purpose of a recliner?
Yeah. Well, no, not recliners.
Oh, they're not.
The old one wasn't a recliner.
Okay.
The one that I selected was just like a regular, like
Pretty
nice
couch.
like
Yeah,
like
like-
a cream,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you know, just
Great for
simple,
having
modern,
with three
you know.
You
kids
just,
under
right,
3
right.
and
Let me guess, upholstered so you couldn't even take the slip cover off to wash it. Oh.
My goodness. So but also
aesthetic over function.
Yeah.
on that note though, so like have you been in a position like where you know you're working with somebody, you mentioned obviously red flags will pop up and stuff,
Yes.
and then like out of nowhere, like you were the person like before, because you were talking about people like you saw red flags from previous designers they worked
Yeah.
with.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been in the middle of a red flag and
Oh,
had
yeah.
to like abort mission?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I've had clients who just have been too hands-on. So for me, it's hard when you're a designer, there's got to be a trust. And you've got to trust the person that you hired. And if that's not there and they are questioning every single thing, or it's the person who I'm giving you and pulling my 3 or 4 best options for you for whether it's a sofa or a console table or a bed or whatever.
Right.
And that person's like, oh, those are great. Can I see more? And then I pull 3 or 4 more options. Oh, I like those, but I want to see more. And they want to see every last single thing. And then we get into indecision because they can't make up their minds. They've seen too much.
Right.
So that's my job, is to wean all that out and to give you the top 3 choices.
Right.
But for the people that don't trust the process.
I see a lot of similarities in real estate with that.
Oh,
when,
yeah.
When you're looking at houses.
Oh,
when
100%.
I take clients out, you overflood their brain with
Yes.
options to the point where then they don't even know what they're actually looking for. And then
Agree.
it can make your job much
Well,
more
it's,
difficult.
I think it's anything aesthetic. Because even
Yeah.
when you were saying that, like, it reminded me of like when we're building a website or we're building a logo.
Correct,
Yeah.
as
Like
a designer.
once you give them all these different options, they go crazy. I almost think, like, what do you think helps simplify that process? Do you think people are like overthinking it?
They are.
You
They
know?
are. And two, if they haven't done the process before, so like let's say I'm the first designer they've hired and they haven't done that process before, then all of a sudden they're questioning every single thing and there's no trust.
Yeah.
So there has to be trust. There has to be, and two, I don't want to say this in a bad way, but sometimes, no offense to you, but sometimes
okay.
the husbands get a little too involved.
Yeah.
Where they're not home all day
True.
and their wife is there trying to make all these decisions and we have buttoned it down. And then he comes home and is like, yeah, I don't like
Deadlines
this,
all
this,
over
and this,
and,
and we've got to change that. And
Right.
and it's like, and then you have to start all over. And what they don't realize is that starting all over then is like, okay, we're starting from scratch,
Right.
and
You
now
just
it's going to
extended the
take
timeline.
Now it's going to take
Yeah.
3 times longer,
Right.
or So we deal with that quite a bit. But when you get the right client, it's a dream. It really is. And it flows nice. It should be, we're all on the same page and I trust you to make decisions for me. And it works out really well. And those are the houses, to be honest with you, that when that happens, they turn out the best. When the client relinquishes control, it turns out the best.
Yeah.
And I wish more people knew that.
That's yeah, dude.
I was going to say that we experienced that with Adapting Social
Yeah,
as well, all
right.
the time,
Right.
with social media, with website designs, with ad creatives, literally anything. Like when there's too many cooks in the kitchen,
Yes.
the meal doesn't come out the way that it was intended to.
Agree.
And
Agree.
you're hiring
It's
an expert.
such a good example.
It's
Because like when you're when a chef goes to culinary school,
yeah.
like, and they're looking at all
Yeah.
these different options and ways to do things, like, you don't know that.
No.
Like, you're just like going off of what you think you know.
Have you
Right.
seen the show The Bear?
No, I have to watch it.
Oh, me too.
I
I
keep
First
have to
hearing-
watch
I
it.
keep
First
hearing.
2 seasons are good. 3 is 4 just came out. But the reason I say that is when you're in a kitchen, it's like the military. There's a line and
There's
a
a
chain
process.
of command.
And sous chefs and-
your
yeah.
Super
word
hierarchical.
is
Yeah.
the law. And
Yes.
whether
Yeah.
I think you're wrong or not, I have to do exactly the way that you
Yeah,
told me
or it
to
all
because
falls apart.
the whole process, the plate will look exactly the same every single time. But if I were to just interject and put my opinion into it, that'll ruin everything for the rest of the night. The whole team falls apart, and then
Yeah.
your project,
Yeah.
in comparison, then is back to scratch.
100%.
So you can't have too many cooks in the kitchen,
Put-
especially in a creative space.
Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
think listen, like, because art is subjective, that's always the toughest part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like the way everybody see things is differently, right? Unless you find the right, obviously, designer that you really gel with and they really
Sure.
understand in the beginning,
Yeah.
I guess. But I think you also have to build trust to get to that point with most people, right?
You
Like
do.
right out of the rip, like you typically don't have that, like unless you have that trust, and then you
Right.
start to see what they do, and then you like it and whatever. And like, I'm sure you've done multiple homes of people's,
Yes.
like, 'cause they're like, oh, we trust Elke, like she's
cool
she's
Spring
a girl.
Lake houses.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so
yeah.
they're just like, all right, she did our summer home, so like we're gonna have her do all these other things. 'Cause
Yes.
They just trust you.
Yes.
And I think like at the end of the day, it's like more people need to understand that, like, when you're working with an expert, like you have visibility into things that they're blinded to.
Exactly.
And that's the problem, because I feel like a lot of times why I've relinquished like all functionality, and like, my wife and I, when we first moved into our house, we didn't like the kitchen.
Yeah.
So we right off the rip like had one of our friends come in and look at it. They're a contractor, and the way my wife mapped it out, I was like, I hated it. Like, I hated it. Hated it.
No.
But I was like, all right, you know what? Like, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I fought her first. I was like, hey, like, let's do this. Let's try this. No, whatever. So now we've been in the house for 3 years, and because the kids are still little, they're banging everything up.
Yeah,
So we're not
of
gonna do it
course.
just yet.
Yeah.
And anyway, like, we had a rediscussion of it. And I was like, you know what? Like, what you said earlier, I'm like, you're here. Like, this is your workspace.
Yeah.
So, like, whatever you want to do, let's do it. And always in retrospect, I feel like, because any other remodel stuff we've done in our like, you know, since we've been together,
Sure.
everything that she wanted to do that I was like, don't, like, it's gonna look bad, it has always worked.
Sure.
It's always worked. So I look at the same thing for you as the designer. You know, it's
Sure.
like, you're going to see all these things. You've done this to so many homes
Yeah.
that you're going to give me the insight that I don't have.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of times too, people make mistakes because, hey, we're lately in a world of trends where things come in and out so quickly.
I know.
So it's my job to then guide you and make sure that you're not making a mistake, picking a tile that within a year you're going to hate.
And
So,
nobody ever
right,
liked aside
right,
from you.
Exactly.
What's timeless? Like white, like light colors?
I would say lighter colors, although right now color drenching is big. Color
Huge.
drenching meaning walls,
Yes.
ceiling, trim work, everything.
Yeah.
And I really do like the way it looks because it's so impactful. When you walk in, it kind of is one of those rooms that takes your breath away.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say timeless, certain tile, subway tile, penny tile, those kind of things. And marble, I think, in
Right.
my opinion, is
Same.
timeless.
Yeah, I agree.
There's so many. And when you go a little simpler with certain elements of your house, then you can always add in those trendy things that maybe you won't feel so bad discarding in a year or two.
Right.
Would you want to rip out your entire backsplash of your kitchen because in a year from now?
No.
Right. So it's my job. And there are people out there who want to take risk and they don't care. Like, I love it. And for those people, the argument isn't worth it for me when I'm designing. If they put their foot down, they're like, no, we love it. We're going to love it forever. I let
Right.
that go.
That's you. Yeah, you're living
Yeah.
here, not me.
Right. And
Yeah.
then it's my job to be like, okay, and let me figure this out
Call
for
me in
you.
5
and,
years when you
and-
wanna
yeah,
replace it.
Yeah, exactly. Here's my card for
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
Remember this.
Call me back.
Yeah, call me back.
What's your favorite, so like in color drenching, do you have like a favorite color right now?
I always love blue.
Like a royal?
I'm just a big blue. I love navy. I'm
too.
having an obsession with pale icy blue right now, like super pale and icy. Those rooms always look beautiful. Even like a bluey green, like almost that teal, rich,
Yeah.
Yeah.
deep.
Yep.
Green's it for me.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. And or like
Yeah,
an olivey
literally.
green is beautiful.
Olivey green is nice.
I like
yeah,
it
I do
all.
like
Yeah.
that.
So those are kind of my go-tos, but I'll really do whatever the customer wants as far as color. But those are the ones that I veer towards. And especially being at the Jersey Shore. I mean, everybody wants blues
Beachy
and greens
tones.
and that lighter kind of look. So
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
One thing that you were talking about earlier that reminded me of with your recent eruption on social media,
Uh-oh.
just the validation of your designer and like feeling like you know them before you work with them. Part of what you're doing on social is giving your future clients that ability to know who you are, know your style,
Sure.
know what you're going to bring into their home before they even have that initial meeting. So
Right. Yeah.
it's kind of just a cool and new way for your business, but also for you
Yeah.
to expand and just show clients like who you are before they even have that opportunity to sit down and,
Well, it develops
show
like a-
you the
yeah.
red flags.
Yeah.
you
It
know what I mean?
develops like a warm lead, essentially.
It does.
Because they already know you almost.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah.
To your point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a very good
exactly.
point.
Yeah,
For
they-
sure.
They feel like they're your
And
friend.
they trust me at some point. Like
That's
the
the point.
interview process, you automatically get a feel. And you'll know, like I know within
Energy
the first
exchange
5
right away.
minutes
Yep.
Right.
whether this is good or not, and
Right.
whether this is going to be like, oh, this might not work out, or if the person's open to what I'm saying, or we're just clicking.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, you're right about the Instagram thing. I think people now, there's a whole nother element of, trust and, oh, she's pretty honest in saying it like it is.
Right. Credibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It validates so that way when they have that initial conversation or they walk into the store, they feel like
Yeah.
they already know you
Yeah.
and what to expect from the conversation they're going to have with you. Not just, oh, this is another designer, like someone who may have been
Yeah.
through 3 in the past and they might be a red flag initially, but they've seen what you've put out and they're like, that's who I want to work with, all those flags might disappear when they come and meet you.
Exactly.
So like it's just another soft entry for people to come into your world.
For sure. Yeah.
Well, what's interesting also is that people, because of it, people come in to see you versus just going into
Right.
a
store.
design shop.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, I love her on social media.
Yes.
I want to go into actually
We've
see
gotten
Elke.
that a lot lately.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh yeah, it is. It's wild. And you know what's so funny is it's funny when it's like you're in the store and that happens because you're like, of course, you know, they know the store or they're coming and it's amazing. Like I'm having people driving like 2 hours, 3 hours to come to the store now to come
Wow.
in and to see me.
Wow.
But I think what's weird for me is walking and going to get coffee or shopping at the supermarket and now people are like stopping me and going, oh my God, I know you. I saw you on your Instagram and I watch your reels all the time.
You're a
Or-
local celebrity.
yeah, it's a little strange to me. Somebody asked to take their picture with me the other day. And I was
Yes.
like, stop it.
You gotta
I
be like
love
you gotta
that.
be like Michael Jordan in the heat of like the game, like the last final year, Game 6, like where he started charging for
Amazing.
for
For
autographs.
selfies.
Yeah.
Because he would do it because he knew people wouldn't want to take it with him.
Right?
He's trying
Yeah.
to deter people. So
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be X amount of dollars. So
That's hysterical.
wow, that's really cool
Yeah,
though.
it's
And what a
wild.
change of pace.
Yeah,
right?
what a change of pace and what a refreshing new, like I feel like it has kind of breathed new life into this chapter for me
love that.
because,
Yeah.
you know, you're in business for a long time. Things are up and down. Some days some months they're stagnant. Some years you're like, okay, now what? What am I gonna do? And two, especially if like new product isn't coming out or you're trying to move things around the store to make things look different. So I do feel like now in my life, having had my family and watching my kids grow up and now they're older and now I'm getting more time back for myself
Right.
and for my business, I'm able to start a whole new chapter with this,
Yeah.
which is fun.
It is cool. You know, it's also
It's a new baby that you're growing.
Yeah.
It's fun and it's scary.
Yeah. Well, it's gotta have some validating factors because it's like you're just being yourself, right? Like what I really appreciate about you and your energy since I met you
Yeah.
is that I just feel like you're super authentic.
Yep.
I
You're
love that.
very genuine.
Love it.
And I just love your vibe. You look like you just got off a boat of Nantucket or something like that, like Cape Cod vibe, like Martha's Vineyard. I
love
fucking
it.
love it, honestly.
That's
I love
awesome.
your whole vibe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think at the end of the day, it's like people are resonating with your vibe, right?
I think so.
And that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
Right? So like for people to be like, damn, I really like what
Yeah.
Elke's about and like what she's
Yeah.
talking about and what she does,
Yeah.
her work.
Yeah.
Like, that's super cool.
I say it like it is, and it doesn't always hit right with some people. But I also am the type of person that I don't really care.
Yep.
And I know that's
don't
going to
need to.
sound really crass and cold.
No.
But
No.
for me, I'm old enough now. Like maybe if I was younger doing this, I would care more. But because I'm in my 50s now, I really don't care what you think of me. I don't care if you don't agree with my opinion.
Right.
I'm going to tell you what I know and what I've learned in the last 30 years of business.
Yep.
Right.
Which I think is a big deal for people and they want to
It's
hear
valuable.
it.
Absolutely.
It's valuable information.
100%.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and you don't need to. You would be in a different position if this happened to you at a younger age because the mindset internally.
Well, yeah.
You'd be looking to
And I wouldn't,
validate
I don't
other
think I would
people.
know any better. I feel like
not.
sometimes time, and I do think that's what younger people don't realize. They want everything fast. They
Right.
want to make their millions fast. They want to be Instagram famous. They want all this stuff and they want it yesterday.
Yep.
They don't want to put their time in, but what they don't realize is that time is very valuable and it gives you such deep knowledge that you can't get quick.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
You only can get from
Well,
being there,
Yeah.
experiencing.
Agreed. And also to add to another layer of that onion, it's like the tough parts about those times that make you
Sure.
a better and stronger person. Like you had to go
100%.
through some tough opinions and feedback
course.
to not give a fuck.
Yes.
Some lost
Right.
deals.
Yeah,
Yes.
you had, like
Oh,
or,
yeah.
or people who just pissed you off and you really cared
Yeah.
for so long and you're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
Like-
why do I care
Yeah.
and who are you? The best part, and you're going to laugh, but there's a few people who will say stuff and like give me some grief on my Instagram posts. And then I
There's
go
always haters.
right? And then I go back and I look at their profile. So pay attention, because I'm always looking at your profile.
Right.
So I'll be like, oh, who is this asshole who keeps commenting over and over and like giving me shit?
Right.
And then they have like 98 followers.
Right.
And I'm like,
They're just an internet
you're
troll.
you're just trolling me, and you want to say something negative,
Trying
or
to
you
get
have
a rise
no
out of you.
idea what
Yep.
you're even talking about.
Yep.
So it's kind of funny.
worst.
It
You
is.
can't read the comments.
No.
The second,
You use them as comedy.
Yeah.
the second that you start to get like any sort of notoriety or the attention,
Yeah.
there's always going to be people who want to take that
Chopping you
from you.
down.
Yeah.
And be like, well, I want to fucking throw a zag or a jab at that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I threw one the other day. It probably was beneath me to throw it, but I had to.
Yeah.
It's fun sometimes.
It is. Somebody wrote, "Who are you? You're a nobody." And I wrote back, well, I guess you're a nobody too. So, except you only have 400 followers and I have 36,000.
Well, hey, we're
Like,
both,
let's compare apples to apples.
I love that. We're both nobody.
Yeah.
but I have 36,000 people who want to know my nobody.
Right.
And I did. I stooped, but I was like, you know what? I just had to put this person in their place. Because I was
Yeah.
like,
No.
who says that to somebody? Like,
Right.
who are you? You're a nobody. And I was like, well,
Okay.
you're a nobody too.
Yeah, right? Like, we both are.
When you think about that, though, so real quick, so when you think about that, right? I saw this TikTok the other day where this one girl, I don't even know her name, but I keep seeing her on my feed, and she's just really funny. And she brings up like real like interesting thoughts,
Yeah.
and then she just like dives into them, and she goes, like when you think about really really wealthy, generational wealthy people like the Morgans,
Yeah.
or the
Rothschilds.
Rothschild,
Yeah.
Rockefellers, whatever.
Yeah.
This girl goes, she's like, when you think about all those families, right? And she goes, my family, let's just say my family's been around for 300 years. She goes, they didn't leave me nothing.
Not
She goes,
like
they
a
ain't
gold
nothing
bar?
in my lineage at all.
Like we couldn't get a
Got a
couple
coin?
coins?
Nothing,
Got
bro.
a ring?
She's like, nothing, bro.
Some good
A
jewelry.
diamond in a box somewhere?
But think about it.
Yeah.
Like when you really truly think about that,
Yeah.
like for however many hundreds of thousands of years,
Yeah.
so like your family,
Yeah.
my
There's,
family
there's lineage.
have been around.
Yeah.
Like nobody left us shit.
Yeah.
Not
There
a
was
dime.
nothing left. They
How
just
about how
I got
about
a bond
couch?
from my grandma when I was born.
Right?
Little J&J stock.
J&J stock. That's so good.
dude,
It's true. I have J&J stock.
my
I
grandma.
think everybody got
Yeah,
them
right.
back
Dude,
then.
we did. My grandma and my mom got me a
They
bunch.
pay dividends, I'm telling you.
Well, I it's so fucking funny. So wait, no, your lineage.
That's all I got. I didn't get
That's
left
all I
it.
got is
My grandma
dividends.
bought it. It wasn't in the family. You're born. Happy birthday.
I love it. Congrats on being born.
Yeah, right?
Yo, I'm sorry, I'm just fucking dead on that topic. I saw that, and I was dead. I was like,
Yeah.
it's true. Like, yeah, the Morgans are leaving real estate and like, obviously money
Yeah.
and other heirlooms,
Trust funds and
but
shit.
like
Yeah.
outside of all that shit, right? It's
Yeah.
like why? How come nobody was like, yo, I'm gonna pass down this necklace and make sure everyone gets this necklace?
Yeah.
that's a
Right?
girl in the family or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
It's like, but there's none of that, right?
Nothing.
But back to like being nobody. Right?
I'm a nobody.
Yeah, right. Like, but back to us all being nobody. What's so crazy though is like the thought of like when you really think about it, right? Like we're only relevant for 2 generations in front of us,
Right.
right? Because like how often do we talk about our great grandparents?
Right.
We
Rarely.
don't. We
Yeah.
never think about
Don't.
them, right?
No.
We talk
Not
stories about them, but
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Agree.
So it's like when you really think about it, like, and it took what 2 million years for us to even be alive,
Right.
right? So nobody is really anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
We're just here now.
Could you
Right?
imagine if that was my answer to her?
Nobody's really anybody.
Yeah. Do you know that we only recently have been around in the last?
You hit her with an essay.
As-
Extended comment in comment
yeah,
2.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
keep
fit
it
enough.
Oh my god! What's
can't.
great about that too is if you hit her with that, and then also you just hit her with like, so you know what the problem is though? If you said anything logical,
Oh yeah.
there's
The
no
fuel, it comes
you
back.
can't you can't fight stupid.
No, you can't.
So or argue stupid or argue stupid. You
I
can't
love
argue
that.
stupid,
You
right? So like
cannot.
you no matter what you say, they're gonna keep coming back. Like for instance,
Yeah.
we have a post that's out right now, and essentially it's like I'm testing an ad right now for us. And it's going all throughout the U.S. right now, right? And every day there's different comments, right? Like there was a comment, someone's like, "Oh, this guy looks cool. I would want to work with him if I had a business."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, cool. What the fuck?" Then there's another person that was like, "Yo, like make sure you pray today." Right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
You're like, what?
okay, cool, thanks, man.
Great.
And then there's
Amen.
people- then there's
Yeah.
people like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
This guy looks like an asshole.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Isn't
Okay.
it amazing that they think that like just going off of an ad or a picture, like
Judging a
there's
book by its cover.
Judging.
But
The
back to-
judging is ridiculous.
But why I think what you're doing works so well is because you're attracting the right people to you because you're being
Right.
100% yourself.
Yeah.
And when you look at like Dave Portnoy, right,
Oh,
from
yeah.
Barstool,
Yes.
he
Love
came
him.
he came on set 20 years ago,
Yeah.
being an asshole,
Yes.
and wanting to fight with people and argue with
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah.
And so
Hasn't changed.
There was
Yeah,
never
no.
a surprise. Like it
No.
wasn't like, oh my God, he
That's
turned a
who he
corner.
is.
He's rich and now he's a dick.
Yeah.
It's like he's just always been a dick.
Yeah.
Right. So
But
it's
he
like
says
people
it
love
like
him.
it is.
and
Correct.
everyone loves him. And it's funny because he wrote a book. Try to cancel him if you can.
Right.
It's like he's just always been 100,000% himself.
Agree.
And it's made him never have to shy away from a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's always being him.
Yeah. I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know
So-
exactly what you're getting when you're in a conversation with
And
them.
quick Dave Portnoy story. So I own a liquor company,
Okay.
and
This
we
is funny.
we
You'll like that.
we did an ad, a sponsorship with them on one of their podcasts.
Okay.
So we were a client.
Yeah.
So my partner
This is early adapting social.
early.
Probably
Okay.
what, maybe
No,
8 years ago?
No, this is for Commodity.
How long ago was that?
This was 2022.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for my liquor company. So in a nutshell, my partners are like, "Yo, we're going to show them the Commodity, the drink, and like we're gonna like go make a deal."
Yeah.
So like, we're going to headquarters. Like, they come with us. I'm like, "All right, cool, I'll go." We show up and we're sitting there, and now my buddy, they're both from Staten Island, my partners.
Okay.
So my buddy Dylan, he's the one who's kind of like quirky and like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, if he saw Dave, he's like, if I see Dave, bro, I'm gonna fucking like bro out. So now I'm like, no, you gotta
I
keep your
remember
cool,
this
bro.
story now.
Like you gotta keep your cool, dude.
Yeah, keep it together.
So we get an HQ and everything like that is again on the freaking channel is like legit. Like the whole office is in disarray.
Yeah.
There's like you know shirts everywhere. People are just kind of doing the thing. But what's cool is like as we walked in, there was all these athletes leaving.
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
shit was going on.
Yep.
So we're going to the conference room, and as we're going to the conference room, we have to pass Dave's office.
Mm.
So we're walking, and out Dave's office where it is like he's the corner. So like you like no matter what you do, like there's not like people here. It's just like you just see Dave.
Yeah.
So we're walking, and I see him, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm like guys,
pull
I'm like,
together.
like be cool, bro, be cool. And Dylan sees him, and Dylan's like, yo, and Dave looks him in the windows of his soul.
Yeah.
And just stares at him and doesn't say anything, doesn't wave,
Oh my God.
and doesn't do that, just stares at him.
Oh my God.
And we were like slowly walking past, and I just
Yeah.
caught the whole thing. I was like, ooh.
Yes.
So a year later, at their upfront, so every year Barstool does like an upfront for all their clients.
Yeah.
So we're there, and we run into him. Now at this point, I have a couple drinks in me,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So I still love the guy. But I was
Yes.
gonna bust his balls,
Yeah,
like
of
obviously.
course.
Give him the old Jersey ball bust.
Yeah.
So I walk up to him, right, and I go,
Show him you're from Jersey.
Yeah, I go, dude. He's grabbing a drink, and I go, hey, I go, bro. I was like, we're a client of yours, whatever. We go, oh, cool. What do you do? Whatever. I tell him, and I go, bro, I gotta tell you. And my partner's right with me. I go, I gotta tell you, bro. I go, rub this the wrong way. I go, we're paying you $100,000.
Yeah.
And my partner waves to you, and you don't even look at him,
Yeah.
right? Or you don't wave back to him, right?
Yeah,
Like, and again, I'm
yeah.
saying this in a ball busting
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And he goes, who the fuck's your partner, right? And I'm like, this guy right here.
You don't remember?
Right? And he looks at him and he goes, he looks like an intern, dude.
Oh my God.
He goes, you know what I mean? He goes, you know how many interns literally pass by my office every day? He goes, that's why. He goes, I saw you guys all walk past, and he goes, I probably was like, just a bunch of interns. So he goes, I just do it all the time. So it was just the funniest thing because the dude just genuinely doesn't give a fuck.
No,
None.
he does not. And whatever comes out of his mouth comes out of his mouth.
And that book,
that.
like The Art of Not Giving a Fuck, I just feel like
Yeah.
he's fucking
He's the president
perfected
of
it.
Yeah.
He's El Prez of that too.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So let me ask you a question. So, in doing what you're doing, is there like for somebody out there anywhere in the world that's like and I'm gonna even like shift it to like that's a lady starting their first company.
Yeah.
Being in the game for 20 plus years,
Yeah.
right? If you were to go back to year one, right, in a time machine,
Yeah.
right, what would Elke today? Nobody but famous Elke.
Ah,
Right?
okay.
Famous nobody Elke.
Womp womp.
What would she be telling?
This is where I need the button.
Yeah. Pass this along. But what would she be
During your
telling,
hype time.
day one of starting a business, Elke?
Day one, I feel like for me, I'm a scrapper. So I have an athletic background. And I do think there's something to be said about athletes in general.
In business?
In business, we are tough. We like to fight the fight. We keep things going no matter what, which I think is where that athletic background, like the failure was not in my vocabulary. And I do remember my parents being so concerned that I was opening up a business. They were like, are you sure? Why don't you become a teacher? You could have summers off.
Right.
And that was not going to happen for me. So for me, I dove in with both feet. I made the decision that's what I wanted to do, and there's no turning back at that point. Would I change anything? I feel like I'm one of those people that like things happen for a reason.
Me too.
And they happen the way they happen, and which has led me to where I am now.
Yep.
So I would be worried that if I changed anything from back then, maybe my outcome wouldn't be the same. But I do think that, like, you know, I did what it takes, and I tell everybody who wants to start a business, you have to just make the decision, write up a business plan, and then just do it. Don't overthink it. And same with design. Don't overthink it. Trust your designer. Like, the two go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to just go and seize the moment, because if you think about it too much, you're going to
Miss the
scare
opportunity.
yourself off and kind of question what you're doing, and then you might back out of it. So it's interesting how everything happened for a reason when I opened the store, and it happened the way it was supposed to.
Right.
And at the time, by the way, when I knew I wanted to be in Spring Lake, there was no place available when I wanted to start.
Right.
And I waited, and about a few months into waiting, a friend called me, and they said, hey, there's a spot on the side street. They just put the for rent sign in. I took a picture of it, sent it to me. There were 2 phone numbers listed, a cell phone and a New York phone. And I called both immediately and left a message. So the landlord called me back, and she said, okay, do you want to see the space? And I said, 100%. And I met her the next day, and she said to me, I'm meeting, 4 other people today, but I'm offering it to you first. And I said, oh, really? And she said, you were the only person to call on both phone numbers, which shows me you're a go-getter and you're smart. The other people weren't smart enough to call my New York number. So you have to take risk.
Right.
And you have to just jump in and do what you feel is right. So, and that's why.
I love that. And honestly, I feel like, to your point about the generation now, one of the challenges is like they grew up in getting everything so instant gratification.
Yeah.
And so, but I think at the end of the day, it's like you going through and getting your hands dirty, because there's also an element to, like, I don't want to say antisocial, right? But like, there's a lot of introverted Gen Zs right now.
A lot.
And so it's like they're not
they're
willing
emotional.
to pick up the phone,
That
right?
generation is emotional,
Right.
and they get very offended very easily.
Right.
By everything.
By everything, which I'm starting to realize.
Yeah.
So
you know what's interesting though? I saw something that, like, I think it was a couple months ago actually, but like it was saying how like the younger millennials were because when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna go off Comedy Central for a second, right? Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
When Dave Chappelle had his show, the funniest fucking show ever.
Hysterical.
Only 2 seasons.
Right. The craziest skits, the funniest
Yes.
skits, shit that normally wouldn't fly now.
Yeah.
Right.
Would never.
They're saying that like the younger millennials, right, were the ones that got like cancel culture sparked up.
Agree.
But now you're starting to see more like jokes that are like a little
It's
more edgy
going
again.
back. Yeah.
And they're saying that Gen Z likes them and they're okay with them.
Interesting.
Whereas the younger millennials were the ones that were like,
Oh my God.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like you're offending that person and blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
Isn't
you
there
know,
another, isn't it Gen Alpha now?
Yeah,
The
Gen
new-
Alpha, yeah.
That's what
But
your kids are in,
That's
right?
the really
my
young,
kids are Gen
yeah,
Alpha.
They
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
So they ain't laughing at that shit yet.
No, yeah.
No.
You're not showing them some Dave Chappelle?
But so it's just good though that we're seeing that pendulum swing back. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
So
would love to see that pendulum swing
need it,
back.
you know?
I'm
Scary
so
movie
tired-
coming out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some of that,
I'm
like
just
the
so
cultural
tired
shift.
of everybody being so worked up over what people say all
Yeah.
the time, and like, and over analyzing every word that comes out of
my goodness.
people's
Every single
mouths.
thing.
It's like,
When you
come
think
on,
about it-
relax a little.
Exactly. When you
Yeah.
think about it, like all the do you watch that show Love Island?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. Well, I don't want to admit that.
Yeah. Me neither. But
I'm a housewife girl. Bravo is my jam.
yeah. I grew up. My mom always watched Bravo, and now
Yeah.
my wife does. So I
Yes.
inherited Andy Cohen.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
you
it.
did.
Love it.
But like when you look at like all these different shows now, like
Yeah.
Love Island, this is the second season that
Yeah.
somebody got ripped off the show because
Yeah.
of something they said when they
Yes.
were younger or whenever
Yes.
the hell they said stuff.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
really?
yeah.
I don't watch any.
Yeah. And I don't even
That's
know.
wild.
I don't even know
Yeah.
what was said about this most recent season. This girl that
Interesting.
got taken off.
Okay.
But I just my wife was watching. She goes, "Oh, that lady got taken off the show." And I was like, "Oh, what happened? Oh, she got canceled or she said something inappropriate."
Right.
And it's like, damn. Like back then,
Like in high school, said something inappropriate kind of thing.
I have no
Like-
clue. I have
Like
no
Yeah.
clue.
2015 Facebook post,
Yeah.
and now she's
Right.
no
Right.
idea.
And now. Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, nobody's safe with these things anymore. And it's like at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like people just can't like.
No.
Like why can't
can't
people
even
make a
live.
mistake anymore?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like why can't you make a mistake? Like it's
That's how you learn.
That's how
Well,
you fucking
can
learn.
you imagine, like, I'm a 70s, 80s kid.
Yeah.
So even the stuff we were watching on TV back then and
Totally
everything was so different. Things
Right.
that were said were very different. And by the way, too, they were being said not in an offensive way, but that's how people were
shed light
talking,
on
and that's how
things, yeah.
that's how things were happening. So when you watch that now through different eyes
Right.
at a later date, it's, you're going, oh, okay, it can be offensive, but that's how we grew up, and
Totally.
nobody was offended over everything.
No.
It's only
Well-
seen as offensive now because that's how the rest of the world looks at those types
Right.
of things. When you were like
Yeah.
you just said, when you were growing up in it, you weren't thinking, "Oh
Like,
my
"Ooh,
God,
this
this
is
show is so
offensive."
offensive." Like,
No.
and your friends who
Right.
could have been the topic of the joke weren't thinking that either.
No, they
they're
weren't.
just,
We were all
this
just
is the show.
outside having fun and
Exactly.
playing with a
Yes.
garden hose and running
Right.
around being idiots.
Yeah.
Being kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, but that quintessential, that saying you always hear about, like, you know, strong generations build weak people because they make time so easy.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
weak
interesting.
times make really hard times on
Have you
people.
Yeah.
heard, you heard
And then that cycle keeps going.
You know what? I could maybe agree with it because I feel like my kids have had a great childhood and a great life,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe a little too good. Mom
That's-
and dad
you talk about
cooking and
that all the
cleaning
time.
for them all the time.
Right.
Although I will say, college is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
College, it's a sink or swim situation where
Right.
you've got to do your laundry.
on your own.
You've got, or you're gonna, stink yourself
Yeah.
out of your dorm room.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Your
Yeah.
social circle will tell you
Yeah.
very quickly
Yeah.
of how
So
to be an adult.
college is nice, but I still think we need to get back to like manners and maybe being more respectful. I can't, there's definitely that whole where people are just saying stuff and you're like, I can't believe that just came out of your mouth.
I know.
Like
Manners and-
rude though. Like
Yeah.
it's one thing to speak the truth.
Right.
And to say things in a certain way, which I
Right.
think it might be why I'm resonating with people. It's another thing to say things that like you're just like, oh, that
Like,
just
ouch.
didn't hit right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and even to give you more context, I feel like why we all have tough skin is like growing up. Perfect example. Like I think this is like mid 2000s, like early 2000s. Like at Christmas every year, like we typically now at my Christmas we host like 60 plus people.
Yeah.
At my house. But we've always
That's a
had
lot.
bigger Christmases with my dad's side of the family.
Okay.
Now they're Portuguese, right? So like pork chops like
Love it.
don't have a filter.
Yeah, no.
So perfect example, right? This is like how it was. I feel like in the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and we did Secret Santa every year.
Yeah.
Right? So we're in Secret Santa and somebody's going, so you would describe, like I'd be like, all right, my person that I have loves hats, right? It might be YouTube, right? You guys are always
Yeah.
looking at
Yeah,
yeah.
My person, likes yellow glasses, whatever. Like, and people are like, oh, it's Chris.
Yeah.
So I remember this one year, I'm sitting there and my uncle's like, this person I have, he went straight to it. He goes, has a ton of acne. And everyone's like, oh, it's Johnny. Right? And I remember being like, damn, what an asshole.
Yeah.
But then I moved on.
Yeah.
Because
I
all
was
it
like-
was
I was
just an
like, damn.
observation.
Right.
And it's not like he
And I
said
was
it to
like-
hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yes.
just said it.
He was ball busting.
Yeah.
But it's like, like now if that happened, it
Yeah.
would be like I can't even imagine.
Like,
Yeah.
how could you do that?
You made her feel so inadequate.
Yeah.
Or him so inadequate. Like, whatever.
Yeah, agree.
Like, but again, now being a parent, see, this is the problem. Now being
Yeah,
a parent,
yeah, now-
if somebody did that to my son, I'm like, Christmas problem.
Yeah. I will lay the smack
Yeah,
down.
right? Like, what the hell did you just say about my son?
Yeah.
But you
But they
do bring
need
that
it.
up all the time. The
I do
hard times
need
create
it.
soft men, soft times.
They need it.
I say this all the time because it's like being a parent now, like growing up, and like again, I've had situations when I was younger where my family was on food stamps and all this other tough stuff, and so like and my dad had his own issues, so I had to step up really early, being the oldest of 5.
Yes.
So those like tough dynamics made me today.
I was about to say that made you really you have that hunger.
That hunger because of that misfortune, right? Gave me the fortune, right?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's like with my kids, because I interviewed and talked to a million people about this, where I was like, how do you instill the mindset that you have, right, in children that aren't growing up challenged, right, or wanting,
it's hard,
privileged,
right,
yeah,
exactly. So like that's like always the tough part, right? Because again, like you are not going to be here forever, and I'm not going to be here forever, right? So it's like when you're not here, right, are your kids going to be looking for people to give them fish, or are they going to know how to fish? And I think like for me, like that's been like my journey as a parent, like trying to figure that out now. Their brains are sponges and shit. But I think the good thing though is like I feel like what I've pegged it down to so far. So like my wife's family does very well for themselves, and like they're very successful. They're very humble. They're like you would never know. Like if you went to a room with them, you would have no freaking clue. Ever. And they've raised their kids that way. Like like when I met my wife, her mom, like her van, like literally died on the side of the road. And that's the only reason why she got rid of it. Like literally, like where she could have had a Ferrari or Lamborghini if she wanted to, but they're not those people.
No.
And anyway, my wife is like that now, where like I grew up poor, so like I like again, like I recently bought a McLaren, and I've had crazy
cars.
Nice
things, but
because I didn't have them.
You didn't have them, and you now have the opportunity to do it for yourself, and you know how hard you worked to get that.
Right.
So that's a beautiful thing. And it's so funny because I think there are people out there who kind of shun people sometimes for doing that.
Right.
Like, oh, you're so showy, or oh, you did this.
Right.
I could equate it to women with handbags. But if I work hard, and I say this all the time, and this is just me, and I'm not being like jerky. And I didn't have this stuff either growing up.
Right.
So if I had the choice, I would rather have one really nice, beautiful Gucci or Prada bag than have 6 crap bags.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And that's because I'm working, and that's my hard-earned money.
Right.
That I want to treat myself. And by the way, your McLaren, my bag, that's a representation. Every time you look at that, it represents how hard you work.
Right.
Going back to the way
it makes you
the
feel
house,
good.
the space. You want your house to feel a certain way when you're
It
in
makes
because
you feel
it
good.
gives you that that charge.
100%.
That confirmation, that validation, that feeling.
Agree.
That I
and
did it.
It doesn't have to be flashy either, to be honest. Like sometimes that nouveau riche money thing where people are driving around in these bright yellow. What color is your car?
My color is like it's a green gray.
Okay, perfect. But those bright yellow like Ferraris and stuff like that. That's
they want attention.
Nouveau riche money that they want you to know that they have money.
Correct.
There is something now happening.
They're seeking validation.
Yes, and there's something happening now in the design world called quiet luxury. And it's not just for homes. It's for your clothing, what you're surrounding yourself with.
Right.
And what that means is that it's beautiful high-end luxury fabrics or whatever it is, but without all the labels and tags on it. So you know you're wearing beautiful things. And there's going to be a whole, I think, swing into this industry of quiet luxury, and it's going to be a thing, and it's starting now.
I heard it's so funny. I just went on vacation to Marco Island. I've never been there before, and we met this
place.
Yeah, we met this couple at the bar that lives in Marco and both Naples.
Yeah.
And so we're like talking, and we're like, yeah, Marco's cool as hell. Like it's more of a family. It's low key, just like Naples. Everything closes really early, so we're talking to them. They're like, see, Naples is where you go and live when you want to let people know you have money. They're like, but Marco's where you go when you are wealthy.
Yes.
And you don't want anyone to know about it.
Bingo. I
You
love
know,
that.
so that reminded me, boom. That reminded me of what you just said, right?
love
Where it's
that.
like, it's low key.
It's
Nobody's going to be
low-key.
driving around with crazy
There's
shit.
not, you're not showing, but you know by being there that, yes. And it's quiet luxury, which means, you know, you don't have anything to prove to anybody at that point.
That's my wife to the T, and she like really grounds me. And it's funny because up until that point, before I got the McLaren, I was I'm kind of like getting over this stuff. I got the McLaren.
Yeah.
But I think to your point, like I really want my kids to like not like I want them to see cool stuff, but I don't want them to be like, well, where's my cool stuff?
Right,
Like, you have to earn that shit.
Exactly.
You know, like because nobody gave it to me.
You don't just get given cool stuff.
There's a dude. All right, so I don't want to tell his story for him, but essentially I'll give you a very quick, long story short. So this guy that's a client of ours who owns Auto Image.
Okay.
He was the first window tinter in New Jersey in the 70s.
Yeah.
Right? There was no window tinters. He got licensed, whatever, and he was like doing it. And then by the time he was 19, he bought a building, started doing it. Anyway, fast forward, the dude started buying T-Mobile stores, right? So he starts buying T-Mobile. Eventually, he had over 800
Smart
T-Mobile stores.
businessman.
And he just recently sold it for over $250 million.
Crazy.
Right?
I love it.
Again, this dude, you would never pick him out in a room.
Right.
And be like,
But
this guy's loaded.
He's got grease under his fingernails.
Yeah.
Like, he's still in the engine bay. Like, he's doing his thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I love and I always tell anybody who works for me, don't ever judge a book by the cover.
Right.
Some of my top clients have come in off the beach, sand all over them, no jewelry on, no fancy handbag.
You'd never know.
And they dropped $20,000 with me in 10 minutes.
Yep.
So you can't do that. Like some people, you just can't judge anybody like that anymore.
Right.
You have to.
Which I love.
But what that guy said to me though, he goes, we were at a car show that he had at his place, and he was showing me his wife because he bought his ex-wife a Hypersport McLaren. And we had them parked next to each other. And so he was like, you know, oh yeah, this is my ex-wife's. I got it for her, whatever. And he goes, you know, my kids already know, like, they're not getting one fucking red cent from me when I die. He goes, they're not getting one penny.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's like, I'm building them businesses, and that's what they're getting.
They can get
and they have to work.
stock.
Yeah, Ayo. Chris is surfing.
Listen, I'd rather a business than some J&J stock.
But he's like, I'm going to give them a business.
Them to work.
Yeah,
Correct.
I'm going to give them a business, and
they're
they have
working
to
in
do
the
that.
business. Yeah.
I
That's
love
what has
that.
to happen.
Yes.
You know?
So that way they at least earned what they're going to be getting,
Well,
and it's
and
not
it's-
just a deposit into their bank
Right.
account.
Yeah.
Well, what's crazy is like what I learned, and to his point, I think this makes sense, even though he didn't say this. So when I was getting the McLaren, what I didn't realize is how complicated. Number one, because they only put out 2,000 cars a year, right?
Sure.
And then to get insured,
Oh, God.
right? Like for your first supercar,
Yeah.
like I didn't realize, like normally you go buy a car, like you have insurance like within 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like it took
No.
4 days.
Oh, Lord.
To find somebody who's like, because like typically people just are idiots and they crash them right away.
Oh, gosh.
So anyway, long story short, it took a couple days, blah, blah, whatever. And at the end of the day, it's like when you think about like how much goes into those things, it's like, it's crazy. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot
There's
of
a lot
stuff.
of layers. Yeah.
So if you knew that back then, would you still buy that car?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
I think the key is like, you know, what you said, I've never, so like at any of the trucks that I've had or cars, whatever, like this car, like I've never owned something to like be like, yo, I want somebody to see like John's doing this.
Oh, great. You
I've
buy
always,
it for yourself.
Like when I was probably like 12 or 13, Elon Musk got the first ever street legal McLaren delivered to his house.
Yeah. And you were like, oh, that's cool.
I watched it on TV,
Yeah.
and I was like, "That's my dream car."
Yes.
Right? Like, I was like, "Oh my god, like that's so cool."
Yeah.
And so the day that, because my McLaren came in from Texas, so it came delivered on a truck too.
Awesome.
So it was the coolest experience because I had all my kids there with me, like my cousins came.
Did
like
you
people,
cry just a
but
little?
I was like, "Oh my god!" Like
He
you
had
know,
some tears.
Like
Yeah, I was gonna say.
it was more of like that moment because like you know like the entrepreneur that I am, I don't like to shut off.
No.
Like if I'm on like vacation,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I
Yes.
love being like I'm on the beach, and then like for 2 seconds I'll be like, how's things going at work, Megan?
Yeah,
like,
same.
Like
I'm always checking
but I love what I do.
Yes, same.
So like for me, I'm like, oh,
my husband
I gotta
says
go.
it's like 7-Eleven. He's like, I feel like you're open 24 hours a day.
Literally.
Because I'm always like somebody's texting me, asking me questions, or I'm
the
answering
same
a
way.
client.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Because it's your purpose.
Yes.
When something is your
Yeah.
purpose, to shut off your purpose doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Correct.
So for me, I don't have that. And I think anyway, long story short, like for, I was on a podcast from this guy who's a professor at Harvard, and he said to me that I'm the guy that like gets the beach house but never enjoys the view.
Yes.
And at first on the podcast, I sat there and I was like, damn, like
That's
that
profound.
I was like, damn. And I left that podcast and I was like really introspective after that. And I was like, man. And then I was driving home and I was like, yeah, but I'm happy
Yeah.
at that beach.
Yes.
But also looking at that view while also being with my kids, while
Yes.
also checking in on
You're
work.
taking
Yeah.
it all in.
And maybe, like, what's funny? When we had Mav's buns,
Yes.
and I was talking to her, I forget what she said, but she was like, I forget what she said. I think she said that's like unresolved trauma or some shit. What did she say?
Childhood trauma.
She said something like that. But I was like, whether it's ADHD or whatever, but like, I just love what I do.
Yeah.
I think most entrepreneurs that find their purpose,
100%.
they don't want to shut off.
Yes.
So I think when that whole day happened with the McLaren, for me, like that was that moment that I just took the whole thing in.
Yes.
Because I was like, damn, this is so crazy.
It's so
Like,
crazy.
it's
full
happened.
circle.
Yeah.
It's a
happening.
full circle.
and
moment.
my kids got to be there with me when it happened.
Yeah.
So it was a really enjoyable moment. But anyway,
Yeah. And a teachable moment, because in
yeah.
that moment you can say, Dad worked so hard for this.
Yeah.
And I knew when I was a kid that if I worked really hard, I could get this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just given to me.
Yeah.
But and also though, what's so funny about life, right? Like I think, and luckily this whole thing is recorded, so I could show my kids in the future too.
Sure.
Because they're all young. They're 300. I have 303 essentially.
Oh my
So
God.
so I have twin 2-year-olds and a 3-year-old.
Your poor
So,
wife.
Yeah, she's the best. She's a saint.
That's why she's
Yeah,
getting the
she
kitchen
is.
designed how she wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So when this McLaren came, right, like in my mind, right, like when you like expectations of life versus reality.
Yeah.
So like when this thing came, right, I told my family it was coming, so like a bunch of people came. So it rolls up. It was supposed to be there at 3:00. Right. So imagine like everyone's at the house at 3:00. I order pizza.
Yeah.
I'm slinging some fucking Woodford. I'm
Yeah.
having a good old time.
Yeah.
The cigars were smoked.
Yes.
And now it's 5:00.
No.
And the driver, we're texting him. He's not answering. So I called the
Oh,
dealership.
were
I'm
you
like,
sweating that
well,
out?
I'm just, I knew it was coming. I was like, when the fuck is it coming? Because I have
He
people
knew
here.
it was
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Got delivered to the neighbor.
Yo, when I tell you, so this fucking thing came
Yeah.
at 9:45 p.m.
No.
So picture people.
Oh,
are there
I didn't
since-
know that.
Yeah, people are there since 3 p.m. Right.
Oh
so now I'm sitting there.
Super Bowl of car
Yeah,
deliveries.
I felt terrible. I told everybody, I was like, guys, if you want to go
Everybody
home,
turn your car lights on so we can see.
Yeah,
them,
like,
Madeline.
because I'm
on a cul-de-sac.
I'm on a cul-de-sac.
Everybody pull up.
Yes, I'm on a cul-de-sac with no street lights, so it's fucking dark.
Oh, so that joke
It is-
actually
It's
it
like-
worked.
That
It worked.
hit.
You
That
have no
hit.
idea where he lives.
Hit me
That's
in the
perfect.
fucking feels there.
Yeah.
So literally, it's dark as shit. Obviously, this guy pulls up. Finally, 9:45. I like 5:00. I'm like, guys, like if everyone wants to go home, like
Right,
I
I
we'll
understand.
record it. Everyone's like,
Yes.
no, we're hanging.
I love
So
it.
fast forward, the car gets here, and I'm like, the truck gets here. I'm like, oh shit, let's go.
Yeah.
And then they pull it off, right? And now because where I bought it, like they had it detailed, like all this stuff. They wanted it to come mint to me.
Yes.
So they're like, we have it covered, all this stuff. Cool. Rolls up, he opens the gate, and everyone's like, oh shit, this is crazy. And we look at it, and there's no cover on it.
Oh, no.
And at that time, because I got it 3 months ago, in Texas, it was pollen season.
Oh.
So I got a yellow McLaren.
No.
Dusty as fuck. Like literally, you could write your name very clearly.
Shut
Right?
up.
So
Very clearly.
like you can literally spell anything
Just like
you want
I
to spell.
did. I wrote my
Let me
name
quick
very
sign
clearly.
this.
Yes. Yeah. So
Oh,
so it rolls up,
no.
right? And my
Oh,
little godson
damn.
who's like 9 years old, right? And he's like, it's funny. He's like that young kid that just says shit. You're like, fuck, man.
Yeah. I love this.
It's what's happening,
gonna
right?
Why is it yellow?
Yeah.
Uncle John, I thought you said it was gray, motherfucker. Motherfucker, where's the gray one, dog? It's yellow.
Yeah. They gave you the wrong one.
so this thing rolls up, right? So I walk up to the car, and now I'm like disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right? Because I'm like,
sure.
all right, well, I thought like, yo.
5
'cause
hours
now,
later.
The way my OCD and ADHD
Yeah.
and everything else mine works is like, yo, now where am I get this detailed?
No joke.
Yeah, you're
Like,
already
now I
on
gotta-
next
Now
steps.
you're on to like,
Right.
oh crap, after
Like,
I
what's the
insured
next
it
thing?
4
Gone.
days later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long story short, I tell the guy, I'm like, yo, like, where's the cover?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he goes, when I picked up, it was like this already. So I was like, I'm not going to cover it because it's already yellow with the pollen. So I go,
He wanted you to have an authentic experience.
I'm like, dude, so I called the dealership. Now, mind you, it's 9:45.
Yeah.
So in Texas, it's like 2 hours behind.
Yeah.
So, but the dealership's closed nonetheless. But I had the guy's cell phone. So I called him. I'm like, dude, I just got this car.
Yeah.
I go, like,
It's a shit
it's
ton of money.
Take a look
Yeah.
at this color.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, look. So like, I sent him a picture. I'm like, and I literally had a writing on it. I'm like, it's literally this dirty.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, my whole point of this is that like, I expected like at that level when you're doing stuff, even at the higher level, like that's a very like crazy luxury item.
Agree.
So I was expecting white glove.
Oh,
this guy
you should have gotten
this
white
guy to
glove.
bring me a Jersey Mike sub on top
Yeah,
of it.
he should have.
like
Bottle of
something.
champagne.
Something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but when I got it, it made me understand like in life, like most people think
Shit
things are going to be
happens.
perfect, but it's never going to be perfect,
Never.
dude.
Yeah.
Never going to be fucking perfect.
No, it's
But
not.
that's like the bigger lesson that
Even
I want
on
my kids
a
to have.
big ticket item like
Yes.
that, like
Yes.
Like,
shit will go wrong.
Literally,
Yeah.
So I said like that's like my big lesson to like my kids because like I also after the fact was like, yo, on the day I got that car, I was annoyed.
Yeah.
And I was mad at myself. I'm like, bro, who gives a
Why?
fuck if
Yeah,
there's
you're
pollen on
about
it?
to.
Yeah.
You're
Like-
getting a
like,
McLaren.
right. So
In the grand scheme
Yeah.
of it.
right.
Yep.
But so it's like, it's managing expectations and understanding like, yo, shit's not always gonna be perfect,
No,
dude.
it's not.
It's
Megan
not.
sent me something like that the other day. Just one of those quotes on Instagram. I forget the exact quote, but it was very
Live,
simple.
laugh, love.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
That's
You
Megan's
have it
saying.
in wood
Yeah.
on over your
It's
thing.
it's wine o'clock. It's wine o'clock somewhere.
Wine
This
o'clock
way to the
somewhere.
beach.
Chris is like, I really resonate with this.
It's time to be in the forest.
I can't.
No, it was along those lines though, just of like you don't, in simple terms, don't make a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
if you spilled your coffee today and you got it on your pants, you spilled coffee and it's on your pants today. Like
It's okay.
it doesn't ruin the world. It
No.
doesn't change your day. It does like okay, maybe you have a little stain on your pants, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
tomorrow you won't. And just like keep
Yeah.
moving forward. Like so don't make something so small become so monumental. Like pollen, like you said, now every
Pollen.
time you think back to that day when you
Although
got
it
the
is
car,
it is
you
a
were
fun
upset.
element to your whole story. To
I
be
agree.
honest
Correct,
with
and
you,
that's
I
part
agree.
of the
because it could have
experience.
just gone off as planned and everything's so perfect.
And you never have the story.
And now you have this cool, fun story.
It's
with
like the
the
Dave
yellow
Portnoy
pollen.
story. Like when
Correct.
you go,
Yeah.
like if
Yeah.
you never saw him, it was just
Right.
like, yeah, we went to the headquarters
Agreed.
and then we did
I've
the thing.
accepted though in my life, this is just always how it happens.
It
Shit
is.
happens
By
like
the
for a
way,
reason.
Constant.
Shit happens
I
for a reason.
say every day of my life, whether I'm trying to leave my house and something goes wrong or whatever, I was like, it's always going to be like this. There's always going to be shit that happens and
Always.
goes on,
Always.
and that's how it is.
And the world does it for a reason. It teaches you
Exactly.
something.
Can I give you a perfect example?
Sure.
I got scammed on the day of my wedding.
You did.
The day of my wedding.
No.
So, very long story short, I know I'm rambling, but so essentially, we at the time we had an office in Red Bank.
Yeah.
So we were like before COVID, we never lasted in an office because we kept growing too fast
Right. More
than
for
a
more than a year to max 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were always like getting new offices, getting bigger offices, and anyway, in this building it was right above Restoration Hardware.
Okay.
Like that building. So
RH.
yeah, RH. So we were in there, and
Well, we need that button.
yeah, I ordered it. It's coming.
Okay. Bum,
And I
bum.
also got the bruh, which I'm more excited about. But so long story short, we had just acquired a new space in that building.
Okay.
And anyway, like within like a week before I get married and go on my honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
So now up until this point, I literally never in my life have ever unplugged, right? And at that point, probably hadn't been on vacation for probably 5 or 6 years.
Sure.
Right, just
Sounds so
grinding.
familiar.
Yep, just grinding.
Yep.
And so I was like preparing. Like at the time, I had 2 phones:
Yeah.
my work phone and then I
Yeah.
had this phone. And so I like left the work phone with Chris, my
Love
COO,
this.
and I was like, "Dude,
Handle it.
you got
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Like,
You've
whatever."
got this.
And anyway, so like the day of my rehearsal dinner, I get a phone call, and the number comes in as JCP&L. Like when it, like the 1-800 note says on the bottom like who it is.
Oh.
So it says JCP&L. I'm like, oh,
know
okay.
where this
so
is gonna go.
yes. So long story short, they're like, hey, your account is delinquent. Like if you don't pay, we have to shut off the service, and then it's gonna take a week to come back on. So just make sure you pay it. So I'm like, I'm going away on
Right.
my I'm getting married and shit. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm like, can I just give you a credit card?
Yeah.
So fast forward, I wound up paying, right?
Mm.
And then the next morning, right? So now it's my morning of.
Yes.
So I get a call again, right? Like I'm literally buttoning my tux,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm getting ready. I get a
Yes.
call again for that same number. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I go on my phone, and the guy's like, "Hey, I'm so sorry, Mr. Vergaro. We said that the thing was $1,000 to get that thing back up, because apparently what I thought, and this is what the dude told me, is the guy, it was like such a perfect situation.
Yes.
The dude before me who used to had it, he prepaid it. Right? He goes, I overpaid it. He goes, so whatever. I thought in my mind, because I was running around doing other things, like maybe he was wrong. Maybe he fucking lied to me.
Yeah.
Maybe he just hadn't paid it forever.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even thinking. I was like on the phone, credit card, whatever.
And you're
go.
so busy, you just want to be
Don't
on
give
the
a fuck.
phone.
Yeah.
So he goes, Mr. Vergaro, we refunded your $1,000 because we were wrong. It was $1,025, and if we didn't get the exact payment amount, that was the whole issue, that you're facing disconnection. So anyway, fast forward. I'm like, listen, bro, I'm about to get fucking married right now. I paid you $1,000. If you guys are really not going to do that, like, screw you guys, whatever.
Yeah, for $25.
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm about to literally leave my house to get on a limo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to be in fucking Punta Cana tomorrow.
I can't do this.
And like, I can't have because back then it was like nobody could work from home. Like back then the mindset was like, if they're home, they can't work.
Right.
How are they going to ever get work done at home?
Right. Oh my
How?
God.
Hannah can't do it. She's got to work here. So anyway, long story short, I call him back, right? And I call JCP&L, the real JCP&L.
The real
and they're like,
JCP&L.
They're like, Mr. Vergaro, what are you talking about? Like, you never made a payment. Like, you don't have anything going on. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Doesn't Steve work for you with 855-321?
No.
That's crazy.
You mean Kumar doesn't work there?
So, Mr. Vergaro.
Yeah. I'm like, you mean Kumar doesn't really fucking work there? Are you fucking kidding me?
Mr. John.
Yeah.
Mr. John.
No, I think his name was actually Kunal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, now I'm fucking pissed. I'm like, what? At this point, my blood's boiling.
Yes.
It was the day of my wedding. This is really gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Sweating in
fuck
his
it.
tux.
I'm like, fuck it. I already sipping on a little Macallan at that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's all right. Macallan 18, take me away.
We'll be good.
Yeah.
So fast forward, I get a call again.
Same number?
Like, same number again. Now I know. I'm like, I'm going to fucking curse this motherfucker off.
Or play the game.
Right.
Play the game.
And so he answers. Now, everybody, my groomsmen all knew about this
I would
at
have
this
been
point.
like, speakerphone.
Yeah. Oh, we did it. We were in the limo.
Fabulous.
Right? I got this guy on now.
Fabulous.
And we're like,
I know you guys would get along.
he goes, hey, Mr. Vergaro, I'm sorry we upset you. I really just don't want you to face the disconnection. Do you want me to pay it today or no?
Yeah.
I go, you know what, dude? I wanna, pay extra just so this never happens again.
Yeah.
He goes, oh yeah, that works perfectly.
great. Let's
he goes,
double
no,
it.
oh my god. he goes, how much do you want to prepay? I go, I'm gonna prepay 10 grand.
Yeah.
He goes, what? He's like, you serious? I go, yeah. I go, but I need to talk to your boss first though to make sure I can do this.
Perfect.
Right?
Yep.
So they put the boss on the phone, right? And now it's probably this other person.
It was probably just Kumar with a different.
Yeah, he put a little
was
like.
hello! Yeah.
He put a mask over his mouth. So I sound different now, don't I? This is Kunal's boss.
Yeah.
And anyway, long story short, we told them that they were on a tracked and recorded line, and I only needed you to get your manager on so I could hold you on long enough. I've located where you are.
Oh,
And now
that's
we're coming
amazing.
for you.
And I hope you run.
SWAT will
I
be
hope
there
you run
in
The
fucking
authorities will be
fast.
at your door.
And then the phone hung up instantly.
Instantly.
So
I love this.
Mr. JCP&L.
yeah.
Exactly.
Dude,
That's
wild.
crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
we
my life.
had that same thing happen
That's
at
my
the
life.
store. Yeah. But it happens. Shit
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
But same thing happened for me at the store.
Yeah.
I was away. My girl called me up and was like, "Oh my God, somebody just called and said that we're going to be disconnected." And meanwhile, I'm on an auto pay.
Yeah,
So
right.
I was like, well, wait. Is
Hold
something wrong
on,
with
wait
my
a minute.
card?
Yeah, literally. You have to call Amex.
Yeah,
Like, what's the deal?
But I quick looked it up,
Yeah.
and then I quick went on to JCP&L and looked.
So you're smart. Oh.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, if you wanna say
Oh
that.
wait.
Well, you said it.
You have a brain. Okay.
So I looked it up.
Me Neanderthal.
I get married today. You need money? Credit card.
You take Amex.
No, so I
Why'd you
actually
give me
looked
money
it up.
back? I'm trying to pay you.
I actually, there's a thing called the internet.
Yeah. Right.
And I looked it up.
Sorry.
And I quick called my girl
Right.
back, and I was like, we're being scammed. I was
Right.
like, but I came very close to being like, what the hell? Did my card not
Yeah,
work?
yeah. You
But
feel that,
the
yeah.
amount wasn't correct. So here it's like, and I know it was summer, and it was like my AC had been running, but they wanted like $800 and something. I was like, wait a minute. It's usually like in the fours. Maybe did my card not work? So,
Right.
but
Yeah.
once I looked it up
Damn.
and realized,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Can't pull one over on. She's like, nice try, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Kumar.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Kumar.
Miss Ridge.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was
See,
on to him.
So, all
Sorry.
right, no, this was
Screw got
fantastic.
played.
Elke, honestly, I really loved having you on.
I loved
this
being
was
here.
fantastic.
It was
for
great.
people that want to engage with you and be like, yo, I want to either inquire about your services or come see you. Like, give them
Yes.
where they can find you.
Okay, so Whimsicality is at 1219 3rd Avenue in Spring Lake.
Cool.
And or you can find me clearly now on my Instagram at Whimsicality Shop. And soon, thanks to Adapting Social, we're gonna have a website.
Boom, hit the button.
And
Yeah.
it'll be whimsicalityshop.com.
Love
So another few weeks, hopefully.
Yes.
We've been working hard on
Yes.
all kinds of stuff, photography shoots, and I think you guys are coming out next week to do some videos. So it's going to be great.
Awesome.
We're
Yeah.
pumped.
And
So excited.
Your podcast soon.
I mean, come on. Well, this was my first ever. I'm a
Yo,
podcast virgin.
Yes, we popped the cherry. Hit the button. Let's go. Let's go.
Multiple.
Because you're
and then
gonna be
the
a
Brock
podcast
one
host.
after that, right? Hey,
Yes.
it would be fun. This has been
I was telling
a
her
lot
she
of
needs
fun.
to get it on YouTube. Her
You have to.
podcast,
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
it would be fun.
Instagram Reels, YouTube, Spotify, all
and
that stuff.
and now we're doing golf cart confessions over the
Oh,
summer. So I
love that.
There's gonna be a lot of fun interviews coming up on.
you have
our
a mic for
Instagram.
yourself too?
I
Oh, we
sure
got the
do.
whole thing
Good,
set
good,
up.
I
good, good.
mean,
I want to make sure because when you're going with the wind sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
good,
yeah,
good.
we were driving around and doing that.
We
But
did a
what
test
I,
run.
Yeah,
It was
Good.
fun.
And
but
it
I
sounded
also
crisp.
am parking the golf cart somewhere during the interview so I can
Oh,
be
good.
more engaged.
Good.
The wind
Otherwise,
you
it
can
might be
kind of hear a
crazy.
little when you're driving, but once you, it's not.
Does
bad.
it have
No.
the fur on the?
It's the DJI
Yeah.
whole
Okay.
setup.
Yeah,
Good,
the
good,
whole
good.
thing.
Good, good,
So yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We have a
She's
lot of
legit.
good. Yeah, we have
She's
a
not
lot
playing
of
games.
Not
Hey,
an iPhone.
Listen, it's my kind of my first rodeo, but not my first rodeo.
Yes.
So yes, this part is new for me, but
Right.
I'm getting the hang of
It's
it.
the fun part.
It's fun and nerve wracking.
We're using your college focus now,
Right.
right?
Move
Production
over.
media.
I'm coming for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I believe that time is the asset we don't get back. So you spending it here with us today means the
I
world
loved
to me.
it.
Thank
Loved
you
it.
so much.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And if you haven't given Whimsicality a follow yet, go give it a follow. Great content.
Check
You don't
out
wanna
the
miss it.
shop.
Yeah,
Check
let's
out
get
the
to
shop.
40, 50,000 followers.
Yes,
Come on, that's
let's
next.
go. That's next. Let's go.
End of summer.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Great job.
Elke, great job.
This
This
was
was
amazing.
awesome.
Thank you for watching The Breaking Barrier Show. Tune in on all podcast and streaming platforms.